In the name of Allah, especially merciful, we seek the peace and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the beautiful Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his household, his companions, and all those who take part in the day of reckoning. Alhamdulillah, we start our formal salutation in the name of Allah and the merciful. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide and protect us through our organization of this program and also all the activities that we are doing today. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it a tool for us, but not in this day of the day of reckoning. And we ask God to also educate and protect and make us meet of our journey. Allahumma harina al-haq wa haqqan wa rizqna ittiba'a. Allahumma harina al-batil al-batila wa rizqna ijtinaba. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi.
Whenever the Quran is being recited, the injunction from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that people listen and also maintain tranquility. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذَا قُرْأَ الْقُرْآنِ فَاسْتَمِعُوا لَهُ وَأَنصِتُوا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. Whenever the Quran is being recited, listen attentively and also pay attention to it. لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. So that you may be blessed. So that you may be favored. That is, the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the recitation of Quran is attached to tranquility, calmness, serenity, and listening attentively. We urge our audience, brothers and sisters, to please listen to the recitation. Now we'll be recited by our brother Abdul Karim Danjima from the Department of Foreign Languages, Arabic Unit per se. Thank you so much. Jazakumullahu khairan.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فمن خاف من موص جنفا أو إثما فأصلح بينهم فلا إثم عليه إن الله غفور رحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. أياما معدودات. فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر. وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين. فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصم. ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر. يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون. وإذا سألك عبادي عني أجيب دعوة الداع إذا دعان فليستجيبوا لي وليؤمنوا بي لعلهم يرشدون. أحل لكم ليلة الصيام الرفث إلى نسائكم هن لباس لكم وأنتم لباس لهم علم الله أنكم كنتم تختارون أنفسكم فتاب عليكم وعفى عنكم فالآن باشروهن وابتغوا ما كتب الله لكم وكلوا واشربوا حتى يتبين لكم الخيط الأبيض من الخيط الأسود من الفجر ولا تأكلوا أموالكم بينكم بالباطل والفتنة أشد من القتل.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
The Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, ACAD, the Chairman Executive Members of the Lagos State University Muslim Community, the Acting Chief Imam and Imam in Council of Lagos State University Muslim Community, the Chairman IBA LCDA, the Director of Lasu Health Center, the Amir and Executive Member of the Mssn Lagos Area Unit, representative of the CIPPR, members of staff of Lagos State University, well-wishers, and all the students here present. I welcome you all to the formal opening of our Jihad Week program. Let me start by giving praise and honor to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the owner of the world, the beneficent and the provider. May His blessing and mercy never depart from me and every one of us. Amen. I also send blessing to the best of mankind, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household and companions. I also thank our mother, Professor Mrs. Ibiyemi Tuji-Bello, the Vice Chancellor and the management of Lagos State University for their support. I also extend my appreciation to the Chairman and the Acting Chief Imam of Lasu Muslim Community for their fatherly roles and the support towards the growth of Mssn Lasu. Now, Jihad Week is a week-long program of the MSSN, which is aimed at propagating Islam on our campus. In this year theme, we start the destination. And the topic to be considered by our guest lecturer is youth and community deterioration, responsibilities and way out. This topic has been carefully chosen as a result of the involvement of youth in society vices and the way our society promotes negative values. As a result of this, we have sought for a renowned scholar of Islam to dissect the chosen topic. I would also like to extend my gratitude to all our sponsors who have donated in one way or the other towards making this program a reality. I must, however, make this known that Mssn Lasu is the only recognized Muslim student society association on campus. Anybody claiming to be what he is not should be careful. I say Jazakumullahu khairan to all of you here present here today. May May Allah continue to be with us all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I will give thanks to Almighty Allah Azza wa Jalla for giving us these days. Very beautiful weather. 1, 2, 3 days ago, we came on asking Allah to give us rain due to the intensity of the heat. We thank Allah that today we are seeing the agony Allah manifested in our lives. Alhamdulillah, we are seeing that bill. Let me recognize all the people on the IW without mentioning names. Let me also recognize here, especially. Let me congratulate Mssn Lasu branch for yet another beautiful program of Jihad Week. Jihad Week comes every year as an annual event, and we all know about this. Though the 100 students did not agree today, there were 200, 300, 400, and Jihad Week not be agent them any longer. The Jihad Week is MSSN program, unique to MSS. And we are fortunate to be at one time or the other to mostly say that we are members of MSS. I can say, I need to make reference to that, just like Abu Mujahid said, I always make reference to EUs. Whatever I'm doing today, in fact, I said it about 2-3 days ago. In fact, on Friday, I was discussing with Dr. Tude Akoni, the chairman, that the children I have today, that greatness, courage that I have today, to face any leader, any administrator, I got all of these from MSSN. And I made reference to while I was in NYSC that we wanted to be denied of our right to observe Salat. We wanted to be denied of our sister that we should wear, what do you call this place, that coat, one short, what do you call it? That they should forcefully wear those things. I held the entire camp to hostage for about 2 days. And I got this invitation from MSSN. And I remember again that I recently cancelled the Amir, and I think the secretary, that we need to capture all our brothers and sisters without what do you call it, discrimination. That we need to capture all our Muslim identity students on campus on our database. Look at it all today, and I'm pretty sure that we are more than this. Even though today is Sunday, if it were to be, I wouldn't want to help you celebrate them in the dimension days. But if you are to be one of them, you know them now, even when you are pretending, your call will be more than this. So, it is a sign for you and I that we need to encourage ourselves. In our own days, wherever we get to, MSS is our first point of call. And I make bold to say again that even the wife I have at home, that they will be two children, I got from MSS. From here, from Dawa. So if anybody is saying Dawa baby, I am the person to be said Dawa baby. So what am I saying? We need to be responsive. We need to be responsible. We need to be alert to everything we are doing in the environment. We are not conscious of the fact that there are some, how will I describe them? Muslims and Muslims. We have some Muslims and Muslims. You understand now? But yet, it should not be deterred, it should not be discouraged, it should not be dissuaded. Let us be focused. And the last word I heard from Amir is that all Muslim students will be one. That's an expression of the Quran. In هذه أمتكم أمة واحدة. This community of ours, that was as the Quran is talking, is saying, is talking that this community of ours is just one. However, don't say because a brother has not come to the mosque or a sister has not used hijab, then you shun it off or you shun her off. No. When Jihad will tell you that you are using hijab, it is not by your power. Only Allah has made it easy for you. Our brothers here using car. I remember when I was in NCE. When I was in NCE days, in the 80s, it was as if car, wearing of car was part of my life. And that's an identity that wherever you go to, you should be able to distinguish yourself as Muslims. Many sisters are big on the road on account of wearing hijab. Not because I know them, but they have identity. So don't be ashamed that you are Muslim. Please be bold to tell the world that I am a Muslim. So what I'm saying in essence is, one of the rationale behind the Jihad is to create an awareness on the campus that Muslims exist. 2, to tell the world that we are not just there, by number, we are more than there. When Yoruba will say, Opolape, dear Labari. So the dear we will see, let us be functional. My dear brothers, my dear children, dear babies, sisters, and brothers, let us make up our mind and ask the question, how did I come in? What stage was my Islam when I came into Lasu campus? Okay, I'm year 2, I'm 300, I'm 400. Okay, year 3, year 4. As I'm at the last level, what level I am? What impact MSS has imbued in me? What impact have I gained? Have I enjoyed from coming to the mosque? Have I learned anything? All of this is what we call self-assessment. So, without taking much of our time, the Jihad is our program, and I want to charge our ESCO. I expect some brothers here. We are lucky today. The VC of the university today is a gender-sensitive woman. Okay? And he's a Christian. I even told Amir and the secretary recently that this woman, for one day, has not, pretended to hide her religion. They were even saying that they wanted to make Lasu light, what did they call that last week? Light or whatever. I said, you two you like the campus now? Like today's program we are doing, why don't you put it on during the week? Sisters in Islam, let us review our attitude, our disposition to jihad itself. In general, illa sabilu rabbika bil hikmah wal mau'izati al-hasana. Quran says invite to the way of Allah. Bil hikmah. Part of hikmah is you apply strategy. You be diplomatic. Don't let them pretend you. Don't let them tell you what you do. So, I'm not the speaker. I'm not the lecturer. I'm just a small boy in the house. I wish everybody success at that nation in this Congress. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I want to invite or I want to recognize the presence of two personalities, distinctive personalities. And these are our father in the house, Dr. Lasu Olagunle Ariyibi, the Chief Medical Officer at Lasu Health Center. Let's say Allah Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
If you are sick, just contact me. It is Kenya boy, Pastor Kenya. Joe, are we ready? Let's go. 300 26 96 251 190 8, and the last number is Wahid.
Wahid.
We welcome the presence of our father, the DVC, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Elias Abdul Wahab. We're really happy to have you here in our midst. And that's why I'm going to continue to stimulate your personality.
This year, Jihad Week has actually been designed to actually ensure both academic and spiritual excellence, as well to also promote both unity and love among the Muslim Ummah. Here are the events of the Jihad Week. The Jihad Week actually started on the 4th of March 2022. So we started with the press conference. That was a program that was actually done on the day 1. For the day 2, we had our sport activities, that is football, among the different faculties. While for the day 3 is the formal opening ceremony, which started some few hours ago. While for the day 4, which is on Monday, Arabic speaking day. For the day 5, we're having the GPS, gathering of the pious spouse. While for the day 6, for day 6 and day 7, we are having our faculty symposium. While for the day 8, we are having special Jumat service and the area council Israel. While for the day 9, we are having our dinner and award. For the day 10, we are having our sisters seminar.
I would like to recite the welcome poem composed by Sulaiman Musa Adewale Abu Mujahid for our father, Bushra Liluyatikum. Bushra Liluyati Shaykhina al-Ansari. Shaykhun Wakurun Bilfi'ali Ajibu. كابنال في الأقوال حسب فصاحة حقا بلا ريب يقال خطيب كم نال في الأقوال حسب فصاحة حقا بلا ريب يقال خطيب فمثاله عند النوابغ أحمد فاز المقاصد بل يقال نجيب خط القلوب بوعظه وأفاده أن الإله لمن دعاه قليل رب القلوب عبادة وعناية لله من هو للعباد مجيب أحسن به أسلوبه أو تقول أحسن به أسلوبه في دعوة فيطيب قولك دائما وتصيب توبى لكم يا أيها الحفل الكريم مئتاكم طوبى لكم يا أيها الحفل الكريم مئتاكم ذهب الورى وأديب.
الحمد لله المتوحد بصفات الكمال المنزه عن الأنداد والأمثال نحمده على جزيل نعمه علينا والأفضال أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له الكبير المتعال وأشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا وقدوتنا وأسوة خير فينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه والتابعين لهم بإحسان.
Let me first and foremost define who a youth is. And according to the Nigerian National Development and Youth Development Policy, it says youth is anyone within the age bracket of 18 and 35. And under UNESCO, policy, it extended to 40. At that point, that period is the most important period in the life of every human being. Why? Because you have a lot to achieve in terms of energy at that period for yourself. You have a lot to conserve for yourself. You have a lot to carry out for yourself and for your future as well during that period. If immediately you step over the age of 40, in fact, the Quran also mentioned 40 for a purpose, which means immediately you cross over from 40, you are expected to increase what you want to make before Allah. So which means running here and there for what you like, you have to reduce it and face what you are going to make before Allah Azza wa Jalla. That's why he says, وَلَمَّا بَلَغَ 40 سَنَةً قَالَ رَبِّ أَوْزِعْنِي أَنْ أَشْكُرَ نِعْمَتَكَ الَّتِي أَنْعَمْتَ عَلَيَّ. So at that point, during that period, a youth is expected to be engaged productively. That person is not expected to be idle. He must find something to do to better his life, to better his community, and to better his future. Fathers and mothers in Islam, the position of every community is largely dependent in the position of the youth in terms of social and economic impact and political wise. If the youths are denied the basic things in any community, that community will never experience progress because they will keep tormenting that community. And I'm still going to give us examples of that. What do we mean by community deterioration? A community where moral values and standards have been relegated or thrown overboard, where vices is prevalent across board. And a classical example of this is what we all read about the pre-Islamic era. The period that we know as what? The Jahiliyyah period, where the minds were always right, female infanticide, all those things being done by the Arabs, and they don't see it as what? They don't see it as crime. Why? Because Shaitan amarahum. Because Shaitan was sitting with them. And that is one thing about those people that we tag as criminal in our society. Immediately you start doing something that is wrong, and you don't see anybody to challenge you or to correct you. It will get to a point that you start deriving pleasure in doing that particular crime. Why? Because you have seen it as a way of life. That is why the Prophet ﷺ warned us severely that you don't just look at criminals going on perpetrating crimes. Is it how you talk? Is it how you act? Or is it how you put an end to it? Our society is what it is today because we neglect so many things. Because of time constraint, I've tried to define what a community deterioration is and who a youth is. Now going forward, within 20 minutes, I will try as much as we can to always identify issues and talk about solutions immediately so that we'll save time. The kind of society we have today, Allah has described it in the Quran. And Allah is so graphic about it. Let's go to Quran chapter 16, verse 1 and 2, Surah Al-Nahl. Allah says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ضرب الله مثلا قرية آمنة مطمئنة يأتيها رزقها رغدا من كل مكان فكفرت بأنعم الله فأذاقها الله لباس الجوع والخوف بما كانوا يصنعون. Allah says, let us give them a similitude of a particular community. كانت آمنة, we have blessed them. They have rest of mind. They are well secured. Mutma'innatan, they have everything at their disposal. Yatiha rizquha ragadan, their provisions come from every angle. Min kulli makan, anywhere they turn to. In the past, in the pre-independence era, we have grandmas in the north. The premier was doing fine with it. We have cocoa in the southwest. About was doing fine with it. They have palm oil in the east. They are doing very well with it. Until some big boys now came on board. They said, we have money, but we don't know what to do with it. So let's organize, let's start from the same. We started from there. Everything they did during the first start 77 was, the majority of it was idolatry. Then go back to history. Allah says, Fa'azakohum. Because they disbelieve in what we have blessed them with. Allah says, we now, our blessings will retrieve it. Started complaining of hunger. Before Allah says, we grant them tranquility. They can sleep. But after that, Allah says, we remove it from them. We created fear in their minds. Allah says this was not our own making. It was as a result of what they did. Say, Pussycat, where have you been? I've been up to London to visit the king is a lie. They have not been to anywhere. So even in their rights, they are even trying to teach us little lies. There's another one. I remember when I was a soldier. When? These are the things you are now teaching us. More or less like something that is fictitious. Not real. But let's consider the rhymes of our forefathers. Our fathers will tell us, if you won't follow she light more, if you won't follow she light more, immediately we don't instill this kind of rhymes in our children. So that means our children and the youth, they don't see anything wrong to take what doesn't belong to them. A man of over 70 has appeared in a court where I work for Lagos State. And he was telling me and the judge that everything I've worked for in my entire life has been taken away within 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, gone! The man collapsed. There's nothing we can do here. So, our youth have developed the mindset of taking what doesn't belong to them. And they are so confident about it. Because so they don't have it at the back of their mind. It's the hallmark of everything that Islam stands on. It's basically on Iman. Iman that is so clean. Our scholars still have blame on this. You ask a scholar, what is Iman? You start quoting, and according to Imam Kishki, according to define Iman in a simple term for a beginner. Define Iman for somebody who is just trying to learn about Islam. But no. Iman is divided into three, Uluhiyya, Asma wa Sifat. That one is even better. But somebody who is, look at the prophets, in a simple term while defining Iman, he held the shoulder of the youth and said, Aina, do know. And never that whatever that misses you in life, now we are going to see that it is what Allah has written that it will not be for you. That is Iman. We live and we live with Ajay. We live and we live with admonition. After admonition, as a result of that, we cannot have a Muslim who is perfect and balanced in terms of faith in Allah and His Apostle. And the unfortunate thing is that those Aman that we mentioned, those are the ones that the Yoruba race is a confused race, a superstitious race. Those are the 5 people that the Yorubas will classify as Awanda. But it's a thing of disgrace for us as a Yoruba that the Agas of Yoruba Mr. Biggs. They don't go to KFC. They don't go to Chicken Republic. They eat at Kurita. Is that our God that we can be proud of? That is where our history, we cannot even trace it correctly. Otoni Atohoroma, Otoni Kiniko, Otoni Nomurusu. The history, as far as I'm concerned, the Yoruba, unless they are going to tell us a new history about the Yoruba. I don't want to go into details of that. And this is the interpretation that we see when you keep watching those old videos that you watch. No wonder they refer to it as home video, because their intention is to destroy the road. Can I imagine my life? Sit down to watch home video for 2-3 hours. Because in that movie, they will get to a particular point, you start watching another movie inside another movie. In that movie, they will say they are doing and they are carrying out an investigation. At the end of the day, it is a dead man that will come to reveal the secret to the answer to them. What is investigating about that? That is Yoruba for you. It's so unfortunate, because all this it affects all of us. At some point when we are going to go and meet somebody for something, what if they will see called these are issues that as Muslims that we need to start looking at. Yorubas will tell you, no, we need to ask ourselves, that person they are referring to, is that like he is not? Remember, when a man came to Amirul Mu'minin, said, and said, my son, someone said, what happens to your son? He used to disobey me, doesn't listen to me. Someone said, they should have killed his son. And when the son came, someone said, don't you fear Allah and respect the rights that he deserves? Yeah, I have a request. Someone said, go ahead. He said, if I should fulfill the right of my father, think my father has a responsibility on me at all. I could remember when I was in law school, a friend of mine that we shared the same challenge together, he just telling me, Wahab, the man failed I will kill myself. I was like, woman tell me more, but I don't regard it. I just, Pastor, you're talking nonsense. But I think the third or the fourth time when he said it again, and I'll pay attention. Pastor, what's the problem? Why do you want to take your life? Only if I should fail, eventually I will still take my life. Because I know what my mom will say to me. All you need is just to wait for your time. You don't have to wait. Even if there is a part in the Quran where Allah warns us that we must not be in haste to acquire things. That وَمَنْ أَرَادَ الْعَاجِلَ أَجَّلْنَا لَهُ شُكْرًا. Allah said we are going to give him quick and he's going to spend it quickly. And everything will finish. So what's the essence? Wait for your time and keep praying to Allah. Allah has never It's as if you are even ridiculing Allah. As if he has forgotten you. Who are you? Don't have to that here. He has created you, he monitors you, he feeds you, he knows everything about you. If you want to go far in life and you want to achieve success, please, I'm appealing to you. Take all these things very seriously. And at the same time, don't forget to always give charity. Don't forget to always give charity. Charity helps a lot. How much is my PM? How much is this? How much is that? It is from that little, and that says, those that we have given little, but you pick me, Allah. It is for that nature that we are giving them. They should also give. People will always say, it's because we don't have, that's why we don't give. But it's wrong. It is because they don't give, that is why they don't have.
On behalf of our Vice Chancellor, Professor Ibrahim, we are all commend the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria for this kind of a program. She would have loved to be here herself, and she asked me to come and represent her among other things. So the university so much appreciates this kind of gathering, and I'm happy that our Imam elucidated to that much that Muslim communities should come up with a program so that we will not allow the people on the other side to occupy the land space. We have a VC and a management by extension that is for all, and be rest assured that whatever the MSS intends to do, we fully have the support of the university management. Not just mention one or two things about where we are and where we are going. Essentially, I think the title of the lecture was around youth and social malaise of where we find ourselves. And essentially, that was like an example for what you mentioned. And let me also add that it's not enough to heap the blame on the family. It is easier. We have this culture of trying to look for problems that we also have hand in and put it on the doorstep of other people. Yes, family has problems. Yes, parental upbringing matters a lot. Yes, educational institutions are not doing enough. We agree. Yes, politicians are not helping us. But also by extension, we have to put ourselves in the truth. Religious leaders also need to come to terms with reality. Religion is what I can call the sine qua non of any Satanist society. If you go to even to the US, in God we trust. And it shows to the extent that most of what determines this, the sui generis, the French word, will notice that society we have in us. It happens with the individuals. Individual determines society, not the other way around. Society is an entity that is just a kind of a territorial community, just for territory. What makes society to be alive are the individuals in that society. Meaning that it is the way we make our society that we live it. And so don't let us deceive ourselves by saying that society is having problems. It is we, the members of that society, that are having problems. And by extension, we now create more problems for that society. And how do we come in? Religious leaders have a serious role to play. We should make sure that, as it is stated in the Holy Quran, we do not value things that do not become valuable. We should not worship money. We should not force people. We should not be a level in which there is a place is for the highest bidder, and that nobody cares how you make the money. If you just come to any religious house and you donate 10 million naira, nobody wants to know how you make the money. The most important thing is that that brother has given out 10 million naira, not knowing how he or she made the money. It's also very important. In the other religion, you find out that the concept of 10% that people in the other religion give out has more or less closed the eye towards the values of how people make money. In which case, once you can just go up the envelope of 10%, nobody cares about the source of the money. We should care about the source of money. And except religion, and by extension religious leaders, endeavor to put this as part of how you make the money will also determine the kind of money that will collect from you.
I want to create the awareness of the right thing to stand on the existing protocol. Firstly, I want to congratulate MSS for this opportunity, and I want to wish that you enjoy your week. For me, I think, as we said, firstly, I want to just chat the MSS. Some of us were actually trained by MSS. I think I've had this discussion before you were here. I got into the university, of course I was praying from home, but I got to the university and I was marveled with a crowd in the mosque. That's alone for me, young people that are meant to come and enjoy themselves. But that's usually the mentality that you're going to the university to enjoy yourself. And I got to the mosque that evening, it was filled up. And right there, it was announced that there are usually programs between Maghrib and Isha for people that want to learn more about Islam. And because of that feeling I had when I entered, the place was filled up. It was Muslim prayer, it was not Ramadan. Those are actually the periods when mosques are usually filled up. This was not Ramadan. For young people to be that conscious of praying, so I came into that program between Maghrib and Isha. And today I am the night. Whatever orientation I have about Islam, I got it from MSS. That's to tell you the importance of that society. And I have friends too, the same experience. So my charge to you guys is, please for Allah's sake, be conscious of this faith and Islam. If you're a Muslim, then you need to understand Islam. The truth is that we are all born into Muslim families. We should become Muslim by conviction. That is how we learn what Islam is. And MSN should provide that opportunity. We should design programs that will be attractive, so that people can come there and be willing to be part of it. I have seen so many things around here. I think I've discussed with you before. We need to show Islam, not by, of course, we have to preach it, but at the same time, we should do more by showing these lessons of Islam. People sometimes will just watch you and want to learn Islam through you. You are actually one of the ones that will come out and say, yes, you are Muslim, you are Muslims. Let us please live Islam. So that on this campus, you will be, all those tenets of Islam, there are those rules are there, those regulations are there. To be the first thing, to be the best in terms of achieving academic excellence. That's primary. But showing that, all the teachings of Islam through that alone is also important. So that's possibly my charge. The second one, which should go through, is to, like it's been said earlier, as Muslims, I think we should also light up Lagos through Islam on this campus. You should design things that will show that you're actually existing and you're ready to be part of the process. And lastly, I will say, please avoid discrimination. Islam is one. As Muslims, even if your hijab is the cap type, she's a Muslim. If his trouser is not stopping before his ankle, he's a Muslim. We profess La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. We should work
also, our sisters, I want to implore us that we should make friends with our sisters who will be using hijab, because they are the ones that we want to bring in. And if you don't make friends with them, you can't bring them in. So don't let your circle of friends only be sisters that are using hijab. Even the people that are wearing trousers, they are wearing wig, and the rest of that, they are the ones that you should work upon, because they are your success factor. If you can impact with them and they change their way from what they are doing to what Islam really teaches, you have achieved. And ditto for brothers as well. We pray to Allah to assist this program and throughout the duration of the program.
Look at you, what are you? Maybe they put in one committee in Lasu, and that's how we can't find it in Mosque anymore. Myself, I was the chairman dinner committee of the Lasu 30th anniversary, and I was still very much active in the mosque. I was chief director in my department in 200 level. And I was very much active throughout my years on campus. But we realized that a lot of sisters and a lot of brothers, once you take up a position in Lasu, you feel like that position is for you to just go away from the mosque, and you don't have anything to do with the mosque again, and you just go out and you begin to realize that these persons, you don't only fall as far as your religion is concerned, they also fall greatly and drastically in terms of their academics, and they lose track of what they came to do on campus. But if they are in the mosque, if you are contributing your quota to the development of Islam, the Amir, the executive cabinet, and everybody will be there to remind you, of your dean, your academics, and what you actually came to the campus to do. So I want to urge every one of us, for Allah's sake, don't let us lose track of what we are doing. And
Sisters, I want to give up. Oh.
Sisters are not even in this. They are not even in the about.
They said I should not pray now.
There's no sisters. I don't know if your favorite is sisters.
It is not a factor mentioned by the lecturer.
50 correct answers.
Who is the current deputy vice chancellor academics of Lagos State University? You've been mentioning the name. Abdul Abi? No, the current vice chancellor, Abdul.
I don't know why you guys are debating about Afghan when there is no sister in the top 5 years.
We started this program peacefully and very beautifully, alhamdulillah, as we are all going to our various houses, various hostels. We pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be with us, guide us and direct us. And the next program that is starting from tomorrow down to next week Sunday. We pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be with us and make it a memorable one. Assalamu alaikum. Mssn Lasu, alhamdulillah, حرام علينا إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم